So here we have some indexes, and this index at the top, we get almost 62% of the value from this index. So it's very compelling to create this index. We want to know, if we create this index, can we trust it? How many statements will improve if we create this index? How many statements will be unchanged? Will any statements degrade? These are exactly the things your change control people want to know. So we simply right-click on the index, choose Impact Analysis, and run Impact Analysis. After a quick moment, the results return. And what we learn is that there will actually be 23 statements that improve, 8 statements will be unchanged, and 1 statement degrades. Look at the drop in timer-on costs from 204,000 down to 64,000. The CPU savings are terrific, from 491 seconds down to 213. We're going to save lots of elapsed time from 10,643 seconds down to 5,122 seconds. This looks great. This is exactly what your change control people want to know. But what about this statement that degraded and these 23 that improved? Let's get the details. The details are right here on the Detail tab. For each statement that is impacted by that new index, we can see the current cost, the predicted cost, the change, the savings, the current amount of CPU time that's used, the current overall weighted percentage, the predicted new time, and the percentage of the predicted new time. This is fantastic. We get all the details for all the statements that are impacted by creating that new index. And here's the one statement that degrades. We go from 6,596 timer-ons to 12,000. Let's see what that statement is. We've got a decision support type query here that runs very infrequently. It's not part of my transactional workload. I'm not going to worry about it. Now, how does this magic work exactly? Well, what you need to realize, part of what makes this work is when we look at table performance. Here's that table that we're going to create the index on. Since the very first release of DBI's brother Panther, we've been able to isolate the SQL statements that are driving I/O to a table. 689 million rows read, representing 99% of the rows read in the database. If we click on the table name and say Find Impacting Statements, in just a quick second, here we can see all of the SQL statements that are contributing I/O to that table. So the way this magic works is right here, because we knew that we were going to create an index on that website data table, and because we have the ability to find the impacting statements, we can then analyze them and show you all these details. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you can create new indexes with confidence and get change controls approval very swiftly.